I want to know why Julio Jones to the Detroit Lions makes sense to any of you. You just drafted Jameson Williams. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown. You just signed DJ Chark.
Julio Jones was a great receiver.
There are rumors that, you have to acknowledge or at least consider. And I'm of the mindset, Terry, I am not looking or entertaining any free agent visiting or even signing with the Detroit Lions at all. I'm not interested, but this was an interesting question that was pulled. It's something that's been discussed over the last few days, and it's something I believe shouldn't happen, but you never know, right? Lions fans want everything. Julio Jones is a free agent, and the conversation this morning is, should the Lions pursue Julio Jones? And not to be a Debbie Downer, but that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of in my life. And when I saw it get pulled, he got a lot of traction. Oh, wow, people really talking about this. People really want it to happen. And that makes no sense to me. You just drafted Jameson Williams. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown. You just signed DJ Chark. Did I mention you have Cephas returning from injury and Josh Reynolds? That is 5 wide receivers. Now, maybe my math is off, but what is the most amount of wide receivers you can have on the field at a given time? 5.
Yeah.
5 linemen, a quarterback, and 5 wide receivers. All right. You already have 5. Why do you need Julio Jones? Why? Are you contending this year, Detroit? Are you one playmaking wide receiver away? You really need to bold up and make a big move? No. Do you really want to take targets away from 2 young wide receivers? Ideally, no. Didn't you bring DJ Chark in to fulfill a role similar to what you'd probably be asking Julio Jones to fill, who, by the way, is well past his prime? No. What are you doing? What are we talking about on Twitter? What are we talking about on Reddit here? What are we doing, guys? What are you guys entertaining? I want to know why Julio Jones to the Detroit Lions makes sense to any of you.
People love names, but here's what Julio Jones is. He's a fader. A fader is a guy that had a great career. A fader is a guy that used to put up 1,500, 1,800 yards. Now you're well below 1,000. Now you get injured a lot. Now you're kind of the second or third best receiver on your team. And the Lions should at least make a phone call. You always make a phone call, but the bottom line is you don't sign Julio Jones. If you could have him 6-7 years ago, I'd be okay. You know what? Let's go for it. But how I stand on NFL free agency. Most of the time, you pay a guy for what he did. You're not paying him for what he's about to do. Julio Jones was a great receiver. Keyword was. Now he's a fader.
Who's got injury problems.
Yeah,
who was not productive last year.
He's going to make you look bad. So,
again,
let him roll.
I'm not going to worry. I don't think it's a good move. I don't think it makes any sense. But wide receiver is not what you're looking at in free agency, guys. Where's the priority? I don't think there's a single player in free agency right now that this team should entertain at all. At all. 0. Not a single player. Why should they? I think you have a good thing going, Terry. I think they're building the right way. I think Brad Holmes has made some very, very good decisions, not only in the draft, but in free agency. And now we're at the point where, all right, get ready for camp. Get ready for preseason. And it's time to go out and play football. That's it. There's no more signings.
Well, there is, but, plug and play signings. You're not going to sign Julio Jones. You're not going to sign some top free agent. But, if you say, you know what, we could use a little help at linebacker, get yourself a second-tier linebacker that's going to play on a show-me contract. Have no problem with that. If you feel that you need a couple more, a safety, show me. That's what the Lions are doing. That's the thing that I like most about them. I say, okay, you can come here. We'll have you for a year or two, but show me you can play. We're not going to pay you a lot of money. It's going to be plug and play, and that's the type of free agent you should get.
Absolutely. And again, you don't want. Again, what do these older veterans do for you? Are you contending? No. Cool. You just answered everything. You don't go out and get these kind of guys. Even in Julio's case, by the way, is well past his prime. He's not the receiver he used to be, so we don't even need to talk about his production. But just in general.
Here's the problem, though. He still thinks he's in his prime. He still thinks he should get more targets. So he could be a guy that comes in here and bitches and moans about, I'm not getting the ball enough.
Yeah, if Julio wants to get signed by the Lions, he could be a assistant wide receiver coach. That's it. That's all you're getting. Retire.